So we talked a little bit about just you and your coaching experience. So our friends over at It Is What It Is posted this on Instagram yesterday. Give Mark Jackson another chance to coach in the NBA. They also included a link to a petition on change.org. You see a link in bio to sign the petition. So clearly there's support for this idea, but do you still want to coach in the
Can you send that to me? I want to sign it. I want to sign it. What was your question? It messed me up.
So, I mean, obviously, clearly there's support for the idea, but do you still want to coach in the league?
I do have dreams and aspirations of one day coaching again. I look forward to the opportunity. It's frustrating that it hasn't happened, but at the same time, I have total trust in God that ultimately somebody will give me an opportunity, and I look forward to impacting lives and winning ball games and being in the thick as a coach again.
So would you coach college?
I would definitely consider coaching college.
I think you would be more, just me, knowing you and being around you a little bit, I think you're more suited for them dudes, man. They can use you more.
I appreciate it.
Because you helping them become men. Mm-hmm. Right? You getting young men and you help them become men.
No, I certainly appreciate that. And,
that's my personal opinion.
No, I take it. I appreciate that. From my standpoint, I believe that I have the ability to impact college and pros.
Yeah.
So whatever opportunity presents itself, there was success in Golden State. 19 straight years, one trip to the playoffs, and all of a sudden we make the playoffs after the first year, 2 years in a row, and win 50 games. It wasn't me, it was us. Yeah. We did a great job of establishing the culture and changing the culture. So I'm honored to have played a role. Proof is in the pudding. I'm seeing guys get 3 and 4 and 5 opportunies that you can question.
Yeah. You don't got to say no names, but
there's no petitions for them.
Yeah.
Some of them don't even deserve petitions. As soon as you sit in it, nope.
Nope. Will not sign. So you made the leap to NBA head coach without prior coaching experience in the league. What advice would you give to other former players looking to make a similar move? I think one on this couch who has a brilliant basketball mind who tried to get the Wizards job earlier this season, did not.
No.
Did you try to get the Wizards job?
Yeah, you put a resume out.
I
put a resume out.
It was my troll.
We applied on LinkedIn.
I will say this. It didn't just happen when I was hired as the Golden State Warriors coach. My entire life, I wasn't as gifted as these guys from the point guard position. I had to think the game and be the smartest dude on the court at a young age. So the only way I could make it wasn't outscoring or outjumping. It was outthinking. So I thought the game no matter where and when I played. So I was an extension of the coach on the floor as a kid. It is tough for a person that plays the game without thinking. Like if I watch the Indiana Pacers and I'm hiring one guy as my next coach, it's T.J. McConnell. As great as Tyrese Halliburton is, T.J. McCollum has a coaching mentality when he's on the floor. The game comes easy to Tyrese, and I say that respectfully, and the similarities of me. So I would say the right person, you can make the jump from never coaching to have coached, but you have to be a student of the game. Mm-hmm. It doesn't come easy, and I'm fortunate enough that I took it serious from day one. I watched the greats. I've played for 7, 8 Hall of Fame coaches. I stole from them, not just what to do, but what not to do. Mm-hmm. They didn't do everything right. So it put me in position that when the time came and my number was called as a coach, I was locked, ready, and loaded.
It's probably more what not to do.
Yeah, certain guys. Right. You know one of them.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
So you've been in the media as well as a coach. A name that's been circulating right now for some coaching opportunities, JJ Redick. I think he's interviewed for a few jobs in the past few years. How do you think JJ would work as a head coach in the league?
I know him as a player. I know him as an analyst and had an outstanding career. Obviously knows the game. With coaching, it's the opportunity that you get. So if he gets the opportunity to coach a legitimate team, you're going to win some games. Mm-hmm. Coaching a team that is not a good team at this time is more of a challenge. I think it'll be fine It's just a question of what job he gets, because that ultimately seals the deal for you as a coach. Steve Kerr turns down the Knicks job, takes the Warrior job. He's a brilliant basketball mind, future Hall of Famer, and rightfully so, has done an incredible job. And I'm sure that Steve Kerr would attest to the fact that if he took the Knicks job, his career as a coach isn't in the same place today. And he's done an incredible job and been nothing but great to me. I got respect for him, but he'd be the first to tell you it's about the job that he took that propelled him and allowed him to be one of the greats.
Yeah. When you're judging coaching, should all coaches be judged on winning if they're not given the same, let's say you given a young team, should your wins and losses be factored in over how you develop them?
No.
Okay.
Because, forgive me if I'm misunderstanding the question, but I'm going to answer it this way. I can look at a team that's 500 and look at a team that's 20 games over 500 and know that 500 team is coached better. Their habits, the culture, who's engaged in the huddle, who's looking at the coach, who's rotating defensively, who's playing unselfish basketball, who's showing up on time. How is the workouts? 2 hours before the game, what are the coaches doing? Is a dude throwing a behind-the-back pass? Are they going through the motions? So you can tell, but you got to be around. That's why it irritates me so much when we hear a reporter say, Junebug, the number 4 assistant on this team's staff, is a brilliant basketball mind. You don't know Junebug. You ain't even around him. But because Junebug pouring you information, all of a sudden, he's the next dude. I'm being too real. No.
That's what we do on the show. Yeah, so I was just trying to figure out, like when some of these guys get fired and they're like, oh, this team ain't winning. And I was like, no, but those players are getting better. So you can see he's changing them. Some of these coaches are just getting good teams. Yeah. Doesn't make them good coaches. The team was good. This team won 50 games. He got kicked out. He came in. He won 52 games. Yeah. And he coach of the year? Get the fuck out of here. That don't even make sense. And he didn't do nothing, right? He just sat there.
Yeah, that's just like if you didn't know how a restaurant worked, right? Yeah. If you didn't know how a restaurant worked.
Yeah.
And the dude that brought the food out to you thought he cooked the bitch, right? Like, damn, you good at this.
You good.
Like, man, when, like... Yeah.
And he popping his collar.
Yeah, I do this.
And that's it. We tipping him, not the chef.
Yeah, like, that's the...
But I'll be looking at some coaches, I'm like, damn, why he get fired? We didn't even expect him to win anyway. That team wasn't even good enough to win. But I can see, he's developed, most improved, right? You got a 6th man of the year on that. Yeah, y'all might not have won 40-something games, but you went from 12 to 22.
You're trending in the right direction.
Yeah, you got a job.
Your team got good habits.
Yeah, you got a good job. Like, I think there's some building coaches, there's some... playoff coaches, and then there's some championship coaches. Some coaches, I'm like, oh, you can't, I'm not going to put you on a team down here. You might not, like a Phil Jackson, it don't look like you can coach this type of team.
No, he couldn't have coached Charlotte this past year.
Yeah, you can't coach a bottom-feeding team. You're one of those coaches that needs the talent and you can direct them in the right place versus sitting there babysitting. And then there's some coaches, they're good babysitters. It's like... Like, that's what I'm saying. If I'm hiring somebody depending on what organization I have, and I'm like, well, my team is going to be some shit for the next 6 years. Can someone put some type of life into it? I'm hiring him. Right? Hey, don't worry about the wins and losses. Just make sure these guys are ready to be, when it's time to turn them over, they're ready for that. Right? If I got a championship team and I hire you, God damn it, that's what I'm expecting.
Mm-hmm. If we made it to the Western Conference Finals last year, and
that's it.
I expect nothing less.
I'm just saying, whoever got the Bucks job, I didn't need a coach to lose in the first round. I could have did that without coach. Yeah. I'm just saying, losing the first, I could have did that without the motherfuckers. And to be honest,
who got the Bucks?
To be honest, I didn't even need no coach to do what we did. 17 and 20, I could have did that without a coach, motherfucker. As many wins as we had before you got here, 17 and 20, I didn't even need a coach to do this right here. Right?
No, for sure.
I'm just saying.
Just hired this.
I ain't have to pay no extra money for this fucking record. Like, I was just saying, for this fucking record, you fired, dog. Because without you just lost me, what, 40 million? Because 17 and 20, let me see, all right, let's take this coach out. You can give me 17 and 20, right? 3 games under 500. You can do that with these 2 motherfuckers. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yes, that's
Gil no longer a Bucks fan. No longer.
I'm just being honest.
No, I mean, it's over. It's over with now. So
I'm just being honest.
Back.
Like when I'm looking at it, fuck it all. It's 30 and 13. And what am I expecting when I get you? This is what I'm expecting. This is what I got. I can't say you're this guy then.
I'm so glad we cool.
No. I just judge it like that. I'm judging what am I expecting?
But your track record before you good.
Yeah, it's like, what is the track record? Let me see. All right, let me see how you moving. So when you get here, either you're gonna maintain or jump. No, if no one expected 17 and 20. Let's just be honest.
So you're not happy with Doc?
Who? Him?
Yeah.
Hell no.
I said it before it even started. Oh, this is the worst motherfucker to get.
Giannis didn't play, though. Giannis was hurt.
No, that's when.
In the playoffs.
No, I'm talking about regular season. This started when as soon as he got the job, and I see his name. I was like, oh, hell no, y'all gonna be mad as shit.
Oh, day one. Listen, day one.
I said, oh,
very consistent.
As we call him in here, when Glenn got the job, Gil was on Glenn ass.
Like, wait a minute.
Listen, the conversation had nothing to do with him. He'd bring it right back to him. Right, we could be talking about something totally different that we talked about on Monday. It's Thursday, and Gil he gonna bring Glenn ass right back to the fire, put it right back on the grill, like.
Yes, it's that memory he got in his head.
But then but the record
should have gave him the All-Star nod.
Over time has given him ammunition to use it, right?
Yeah, just watch
this year.
Algorithm.
Coming back, him doing it this year didn't fucking help his argument with this one at all.
I'm watching that algorithm. I'm like,
it's not it.
How you keep getting these jobs? This ain't even making no shit. This motherfucker like the weatherman. He over here batting like 5%, brother. Nigga told me it wasn't gonna rain. It's rainy as shit out here. And he still get to keep his job. This is crazy. Like it didn't make sense. Get in for some defense.
They said he was 41 and 41 and got coach of the year. Listen, he lost this shit. Hey.
It's not like they won one game last year and 41 and 41 is an upgrade. They won the year before he got there.
You know, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame, right?
I know. Yeah. I get it. I know. That's what I'm saying. Ain't shit I can do about it. Like what's so funny is that if I got to vote, I'm like, I mean, God damn it, just
might as well go
for the record, I mean, shit, I gotta give it to him, but I'm not happy. Right? I'm not happy with this decision. Okay, first ballot, gotcha, but not happy. I'm gonna give it to him, but I'm not gonna be happy about the vote.
Write his name,
I'm gonna write it.
ballots, are you a motherfucking anonymous?
Glenn. Write my name, anonymous. Gilbert wrote this, mother. Just so you know, it's not biased. I'm gonna give you credit, but I just don't appreciate
them putting you on here.
We got an audience question right now.
Yeah, my question's for you, Coach Jackson. So when did you know that Steph Curry was kind of just more than an all-star and was like a generational player? When did you see that?
Well, we did as an analyst, once a year we would do a college game, Jeff Van Gundy and Mike Breen and myself. We did Davidson at Duke, and I knew him as a kid in Toronto playing with his dad, but Davidson at Duke is when it jumped out that he clearly was a point guard. You know, the question was he was a shooter. Could he play the point? He's too small. I realized right away he's a point guard just by watching him up close. Then having the privilege and honor of coaching him, right away you just know he's special. Loves the game. You don't have to beg him to get in the gym. He's as fine a human being as the league has ever seen. Works on his, I mean, he had no weaknesses, no flaws. It just, probably early on, he had to get physically stronger. And right away, you can tell his presence on the court. I can't even put into words how special it was having the opportunity to coach him and witness up front and watch the way he's changed the game.
So with a player like that, since you had him when he came in, when he's coming out there playing his style, was it one of those things you just had to sit back first?
Well, I realized if I wanted to win, I had to give him the green light. And the first thing in my first meeting, because I was calling Warrior games during the year before I got the job, and I'm calling the games, and AC Law was finishing the fourth quarters for the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry was on the bench. This isn't a knock towards anybody. It's just the way that the game plan was. So my first meeting with Steph was, I'm either going to get fired or I'm going to win. But you are not coming out the game down the stretch of ball games. So it basically released him to let his head down and not be afraid to make mistakes, and it propelled him to greatness. But it's all of what was on the inside of him, his abilities, his commitment, his competitive drive, the way he worked. Clay and Steph stay in the gym shooting shots all day long. And the culture was established, but it was instilling confidence in him the same way that Coach Rick Pitino in my rookie year instilled. I thought I was better than Magic Johnson. Dude told me I was the best point guard in the league. I'm playing against Magic like, yo, you the second best in the guard. Now sitting here now, that was ignorant. That's just stupid. But he had me convinced, and I realized if you pour into dudes, not lie to them, but he was telling me some truth. If you pour into dudes and believe in them, you don't know where they can end up. We've seen great players be destroyed. I saw Pearl Washington, as good as New York has ever had, only play a couple of years in the league because he got to the league, experienced some tough times, and nobody poured into him. So it can be a world beater, or it can deflate you.